Too good to be true? You've heard that phrase, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. That used to be reserved for people making those financial investments in schemes or projects. But in our internet and social media days, we can all fall into that trap. Okay, full disclosure, I've done it myself. I would see a special deal and feel I just couldn't pass up such a bargain. Stark reality hits later. I should have checked further. Thankfully, the impact was relatively small. Part of a passage from an Old Testament story deals with a much bigger impact. Let me give you a little background. Right after Joshua and the Israelites entered the Promised Land, they went into battle. Jericho turned out to be a victory as the people followed God's commands. Watching those walls fall should have taught God's people something. But right on the heels of that victory, they were defeated by a small army from Ai. There was sin in the Israelite camp. Achan had not heeded the Lord's direction, and the result was defeat. After God dealt with Achan and his family, Israel defeated the army of Ai. Lesson learned? Follow God's direction? Well, not exactly. Soon, some travelers showed up in worn clothes with old-looking wineskins and moldy bread and worn-out sandals, and they said they were from a distant land, and the Israelite leaders bought their lie. And here's the verse that caught my attention. So the Israelites examined their food, but they did not consult the Lord. Joshua 9:14. They did not consult the Lord. How many times have we ventured out in ministry and failed to consult the Lord? How many times, energy, resources have we invested in a project that we thought was good, yet we failed to consult the Lord? Not everything that sounds good is good. Not every idea is a good idea. Not every strategy is a godly strategy. How do we discern the good idea from the godly idea? They failed to consult the Lord. That phrase resonates in my mind and heart. How many times have I launched into a project or headed down a ministry road to see roadblocks and failure? Had I consulted the Lord? James said we often don't have what the Lord intends for us to have for a simple reason. He said, you don't have what you want because you don't ask God for it. James 4:2. He goes on to point out that we fail by not asking with the right motives. Direction for growth, challenges facing the ministry, issues with people, looming battles with authorities, all of these require us to seek the Lord and His ways and His timing. Then see what our God will do in and through us as we consult Him and follow His direction and plans for our lives and our ministries. This ministry touches lives in over 45 countries worldwide through Christian media. Learn how you can help at MediaAlliance.net. And you can help us spread the impact of the ministry by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Thanks, and God's best.